And welcome back to Perfect Date, ladies and gentlemen. It's once more your man Bob Mob, Doc Wildcard. In the previous chapter, I completed apparently my friendship. That's why I say it is, and when I say goes with my playthrough the games route. Apparently, I completed the friendship route with McMURPHY. So let's see. Recon was opened up a new one. So let's see what that does. Oh, interesting. Cool. Let's see what this does. Welcome Murphy gave me is sitting on my lap. I wonder what Pirate Star is doing on this island. Maybe there's some clues within? Log reads. Felt the mighty crash, then silence and stones everywhere. Took a few seconds to gather my thoughts and understand what had happened. Well, is this McMurphy or is this that dude that was the captain of that merchant ship? Can't tell. It's definitely not the pirate because he's saying about multiple gods, and this is saying about one god. Took a few seconds to gather my thoughts on this what happened here. Really, would it be possible to understand this godforsaken place and how we got so far off course to reach here? But in that moment, immediately after we hit the rocks, I knew two things. I was alive and we were all there. I felt grateful. Felt like a chance of survival. I was determined to grasp it. I felt my legs attached to that god. And began crawling over the slate and single that seemed stretched upwards to eternity. What type of place was this? Darkness was falling fast, but I needed to make sure we would be safe in this unexplored terrain. Falling fast, that reminds me of both the song American Pie and my tribute to it, as well as Undertale, Butterscotch Pie, because there's that thing about falling fast in both those songs. I'll put the links to both of them in the description, as well as Undertale itself. But I needed to make sure we were safe in this unexplored terrain. Who knew what would happen during the long night? What creatures it may bring, even what strange mineral, such called anomalies. Look in the sky, for anything was possible. We ought to be prepared. We had to work fast. I assembled the men, raggle-taggle though they were, as some sort of roving unit, in the hope that familiar discipline would raise morale. We were all tired, cold, and hungry. Some of us needed medical attention. It's not going to be easy, but it's what I was trained for. Rather either of my going down. We need to make some shelter. My voice didn't leak against the sound of the waves crashing. First light, I looked around and began to take stock properly. It's gratifying to see that the temporary shelter we had cobbled together leaves us still intact. No disaster had been falling us. To add to the difficulties we were already burdened with. Considering the conditions we had erected this makeshift cover in a house short of time, I felt heartened for the first time since we set out to sea before the strange electrical storm began that ended with us being thrust here against the unforgiving rocks of this terrifying place. We could do so much more with daylight on our side and food in our bellies. Is there a shipwreck on this island? The thought of being the first inhabitants here is terrifying. How on earth did they survive? Maybe they didn't. I wouldn't believe they were rescued, but that seems unlikely. I'll read more this evening. As I put the book away, a small piece of paper falls into my lap. Must have been hidden amongst the pages of the log. It's a note, maybe a letter? What's this? Sally, I know you were for me, but not. I did not treat me bad. You gave me food and did not beat me. Oh, geez, so much anymore. Oh, this is apparently someone new. Captain's not so fearsome as what they say and give me lessons on my writing. I'm improving. I practice all night because I can't sleep. I work hard, sometimes my hands crack and bleed. But I still use them every morning to pray for you, that you are safe and well, and that we will be together once again. I miss you so much. Seas have not been smooth. Sometimes I worry that we'll capsize completely and be lost out here forever. I'm just from the water source back to you, my sweet sister. I hope you are practicing your writing too. I would love to hear you cover poems again. Loving brother, Jim. What a sweet letter. When it became Jim. Interesting. Are there any other extras that can be explored? Not yet. Apparently this can't be done any further. Okay then. Yeah, it seems that way, at least, because this can't be done, this can't be done, so yeah. Alright then, let's see what this does. What this leads to. Damn, our field trip of sorts with the professor. I can't wait to see what he's planning to tell me. Let's hope this doesn't go horribly wrong, because I have a sinking feeling that it's going at some point. Probably sooner rather than later. Professor Purrfect told me to be ready and early and dressed for hiking. As we're doing field work this morning, when I get dressed for hiking, I wear my Army Ranger combat boots. I won them in a raffle, 2 pairs of them. One that's actually signed by an Army Ranger, and one's used for like whatever you're hiking there, whenever I vote, as well as Independence Day. And yeah, that was a raffle supporting Wounded Warrior projects as well, just like this game did. It was at the Walk for the Wounded, and this is just an awe-inspiring experience when you see them, our veterans, and you can't help but just feel the utmost pride. I just get feeling, even just now, just talking about it, I get this feeling, and yeah, definitely always support veterans, ladies and gentlemen. They put their very lives on the line for all of us. Not sure I have anything that prepares for hiking, to be honest. Some sturdy shoes would be good, that's what I was just saying. Oh well, that coat traves this as usual. Message from the professor lights up my catalog. Ready to go? I'm waiting outside my tent. Bob and Mom, you ready for our field work today? Yes, of course, Professor. May I ask where we're going? Somewhere I think you'll find very interesting. Professor hands me a backpack. Here, take this bag. It's very full, but surprisingly light. Culprit has set off at a brisk pace, coming back to me with his shoulder. This way! I run to catch up to him. After some serious walking, we struggled to keep up, Professor abruptly stops and listens. Did you hear that? It's just the sound of bubbling water. Almost there. Secretly, oh come on, man. Just a little climbing. Climbing? What's wrong with that? Climbing's fun. Especially if it's like rock climbing. It's not hard to explain. Where does he get his energy from? It's just at the top there. It's not as difficult as climbing looks. We're at almost vertical rock face. Nice. Just copy me. Claims up expertly. I just find a spot on foot, support my foot and start the climb. Make little progress before slipping and falling flat on my... Really? Well, yeah, this was written by Brad, but still, I just think that... I try again. This time I take it slow. Again, I fall. What happened to the benefits of clarification? The others keep going on about. Person notices I'm having trouble and holds out a hand for me. Magically, I'm just enough to take hold of me and he lifts me the rest of the way. Strength is impressive. Curious, even. Not a fair clapping, eh? Can't serve too much with Professor. Come along, then. I can get you there. Pretty much pulls me all the way up to the top and leads me to the ashes of a small cave. The sound of rain water is very loud now. I still see why. Natural springs cut its way through the rock and create beautiful cascades, sparkling clear water. Looks delicious. Without thinking, indeed, you should at least have a filter. Yeah, right? Deservedly so. As I come off the breath, I see the professor looking at me with suspicion. Yeah, exactly. You should know better. It's never wise under any circumstances when just something is unproven. Here on the side will be prudent to exercise more cost than usual. You should. Yeah. Feel embarrassed by my lack of consideration. Yes, of course, sir. I wasn't thinking. I felt so thirsty and was so good. I do understand. Many have made the same matter. Fortunately for you, this is tried and tested for safe consumption. It's good, don't you think? My mind suddenly feels re-energized, like I can climb any wall. It's incredible. I feel fantastic. What's it? We don't know. That's why we're here. No more samples. We've been studying the water for months now, and we know very little better. Check your bag. Up my bag. It's full to the brim with plastic empty bottles. We'll need to fill all these with water. Going to need as much as we can carry. Dozy says. By the time all the bottles are falling back in my bag, it weighs a ton. Okay, there's not supposed to be the November echo at the end. Just one November. Tango Oscar November. But I feel like I can lift anything. The effect of the water is powerful. Professors also practice rucksack bottles. That should do for now. Let's get Blaze back. Let's make our way down the rock face and back to camp. I have no problem keeping up with the professor. I feel like I can run all the way. As you get close to the home, I start to feel the effect wear off. The bag becomes unbearably heavy. How limp into camp is torture. Need rest. Come to the forest to gather my thoughts. This morning I noticed another change in my appearance. Up until now it's been easy to cover my transition. Just had to keep on top of removing the excess body hair. Even the stub of a tail that appeared a few days ago hasn't been a problem. Let's see. This new development is definitely a turning point. How am I going to explain that my pupils have turned into vertical slits? Interesting. Can't risk anyone seeing me like this, so I'm going to hide out for a while and see what happens. It's a beautiful night. McMURPHY and I are laying on the sandline shipwrecks, relaxing the way that only cats can be. When I remember back to all the anxiety and stress I used to live with, endless hours fretting over adult research, it makes my first thing of. But I thought lives depended on it. Yeah, familiar kind of love, like friendship, brotherly love, like here in Philly, birthplace of mine, the single way states of all time. That's why I call this city of brotherly love. Except if you are from a team from outside of my city and or are gunning for them when we are fighting them, then all thoughts of brotherly love go out the window. And most especially if it's the Cowboys. Then again, the whole thing, so-called NFL, is just going complete. With the exception of my Philly Eagles, the whole thing, you know what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even want to say it. But there was an actual Super Bowl halftime show as well, honoring the late great Charlie Kirk, who did not deserve what happened to him. And we the people never would do such a thing. Dictators kill people because of disagreements, not we the people. Just saying. So my probably love for McMURPHY that finally got me his C-stance. Why was I so desperate to make the same with me? And like, no, not like that. So I decided to have his head become like him. What? Oh, jeez. So now I'm a full-fledged cat then. I see. I lost track after 30. Laying out on the stars. I can't help but smile to myself when I remember how cold I used to think it was at night. Mac used to move me from my mind. Now here I am, snug as can be, counting the stars with a cat. Love more than anything else, with a cat, love more than anything else in the world. You see the trouble is, Karen? You're still thinking like a scientist. What do you mean? So when you count the stars, you just forget it one, as soon as you're going to keep counting numbers until you've quantified the whole entire galaxy. Oh yeah? Go on then, with the wise, enlighten me a better way, Ken. So if you ask me how many stars there are, I'd take a little squint to the sky, judge how cloudy and clear it is, and decide there's enough for nighttime. Not too much is the right amount for that, by the way. Or just too much for a snooze. That's what's bright. Oh damn. Doesn't matter the sky tonight. Oh jeez. Please don't have a Charlie Gulf of that happening. Chapter 1 complete. The new love drug achievement was with that. Interesting. Let me just see how I've been recording. Let's see what happens if I continue. Let's see. Oh, interesting. Interesting. So now, interesting indeed. Actually, that will be the end of this chapter, ladies and gentlemen. It's ended on a high note, so if you dig what I'm doing, please consider subscribing, and I'll sit back very well.